everyone, it's Lisa. Thank you for joining me today. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made this cat-shaped card using the Cat Fold It die set from the Stamps of Life. It does make an A2 size card shaped like a cat, and you can customize this to any colors you want. I decided to go with an orange cat, so my top layering piece is cut out of the Marigold cardstock from the Stamps of Life, and then the shadow layer is cut from the Tangerine cardstock from the Stamps of Life. So here I'm just inking up the edges of the Marigold cardstock using some tangerine ink because it adds a nice texture and dimension to the edges of that cat, which gives a more realistic look of fur in my opinion. So here I'm just trying to get that ink in between the legs so you can see that the leg pieces, they actually are cut apart, not completely apart, but just enough for you to get your ink dabber in there and to ink those up. So, and then this middle piece I'm trying to make extra dark because that's typically where a shadow would be on this cat. So I always like to make sure that the shadows, whether I'm coloring or ink blending, that they are just darker than the rest of the card. So you can see I'm just sticking a piece of just scrap cardstock underneath here because I really wanted to get this middle piece extra dark, just being able to add some more of that tangerine ink to the middle there. I'm also making sure that I add some more ink there to the top of that layer around the neck. And then these little pieces are for the back feet. The front feet actually cut out with the entire die cut, but the back feet are separate smaller pieces. And then just finishing up the blending around the face. So I wanted to darken up the whiskers, so I just took a black pen and I just traced along the lines of the whiskers on both sides of the face. And then once I finish that, I'm going to do the same thing to the feet and just add some of those lines there in my black marker. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take out my shadow layer and I'm going to start layering the layering pieces on top of the shadow layer. So I start by layering the head first. I thought that would be the easiest to lay down since the ears would be the easiest to line up. And once I have that down, then I lay down the larger body piece and then I'm able to plug in the back feet. And that nose I did die cut out of some black cardstock, so I just added that nose and mouth and then just added some googly eyes for the eyes. I am bringing in the Spring Flower die set, which has these really pretty tulip dies, and I die cut the candy cardstock, again adding some ink just to add some dimension to that cardstock. And then the top layering die is die cut out of a pattern paper, and then I'm just adding some banana ink to the top of that. The stem was cut out of the artichoke for the shadow layer, and then the kiwi ink for the top layering piece. So I'm going to go ahead and add the flower right in the middle of the cat, just like maybe the cat is holding the flower. I wanted to add something extra and not just have just the cat on the card. So I thought adding that flower would be a cute idea. So now I'm doing my card base. I'm taking a piece of white cardstock, folding it in half, taking my shadow die and putting the die so it's positioned slightly above the fold in that cardstock. Now if you want to have a top folding card, that is the way that you're going to put your die so that the top of the die is slightly above the fold. But I decided to switch it around because I wanted the fold to open on the side of the card. So I'm making sure that the die is positioned to the left of the fold in the cardstock. And then I ran that through my die cut machine and that gave me that card base. So now I'm just taking the cat that I put together, adding some glue, and then I'll add that directly to the card base. Now if you didn't want this to be an actual card, you can just take that cat and you can put it on a card front. Maybe you wanted to put it on an A2 size or a 5x7 card, or maybe you wanted to use it in a scrapbook page. So here I am adding a bow. This is a bow that I had in my stash, and just giving this cat a little bow on its ear and adding it with some hot glue, and that completes my card. So if you like this video, please give me a like and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more card making inspiration. Have a great day and thanks for watching. Bye bye.